Is this Matt?
It is.
Thank you so much for calling me back. This is Brent Lovall, one of the managers here at Shelbyville Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. I just wanted to reach out and confirm your appointment.
Yeah, I had text Case, I believe his name is.
Yes, sir. Super good guy. You'll love him.
Yeah, well, I looked at the truck, I looked at the Carfax, is that right?
Yes, sir.
And I noticed it had a accident reported on it. So I texted him and told him I'm probably not going to be interested in it
Well,
with it having an accident report.
well, I've got great news. So when you say that, and I totally appreciate you pointing that out, and we knew that when we got it, it's a minor damage. Anything minor typically means a few $1,000s or less. It also is a one owner. It's got regular oil changes. And the good thing about any new vehicle, God forbid if it's been in a minor accident, it's always fixed perfectly. When you look at the truck, you won't even know. So do you live locally?
I do not. I'm an hour away.
1 hour away.
Yeah, and that's another thing I talked to him about too. Is I'm heading out of town. That's tomorrow actually.
Okay.
So I think just and just full transparency, like I mentioned to him, we've been looking for it feels like months now, and unfortunately, just with what we drove hours to go look at. And kind of not saying that y'all are not being very transparent or anything of that nature. We'll get there, the hoods aren't aligned or whatever, and they've been, kind of the same message that we've got, and it's just kind of made us gun shy. And just to be honest, it's like I'm tired of driving hours out of my way to get there to be disappointed. So,
You know what? Shame on for the other dealerships of doing that too. This is what I would like to do. I'll literally go outside. We have a new car store and a used car store. The used car store is probably about a half a mile down the road. It's 3 minutes. What I'm going to do is get in my car. I'm going to drive over there. I'm going to get the keys. I'm going to pull it out, and then do you have an iPhone?
yeah, well, he sent me videos and everything of it. I mean, he's done a great job.
Okay.
Yeah, he sent me videos of it. So, I mean, here's kind of where I'm at is, like I said, we're going to Charlotte here tomorrow. So probably what I'm going to do is it's just we're trying to juggle so many things and me driving an hour once I get off work up here, trying to get this deal done and so forth. And plus the car, the Carfax situation is. I'm just probably going to hold off till next week. If the truck's still there, great. We'll make time to come up there and look at it. But like I said, I just right now there's so many things moving, and honestly, I'm kind of in between. After, like I said, we've been looking for so long. I'm about to just go buy a new one and be done with it. Because I'm just getting very frustrated and wore out. Not frustrated, more wore out than anything.
Absolutely. Well, are you going to go to Charlotte to watch the Cardinals?
Well, I'm going to Charlotte to beat the Cardinals. I'm not going to watch them. I'm a Florida State fan.
Oh my goodness, buddy. Well, you're, you don't get too many Florida State fans around here.
That's probably I'm not a big Cardinal. My wife's a Cardinals fan.
Is she? So a house divided.
I had bad taste at one time, apparently, is what I told her. So I said, some questionable characteristics there. But no, I'm just joking. But, I mean, I love the truck. It's exactly what we want. I won't lie to you, the Carfax, it's just, I literally drove to Owensboro 2 hours on the same exact truck at Don Moore. I got there, and I was like, you gotta be kidding. Like, I drove 2 hours to stand there 10 minutes, turn around, and come back home.
That's not good. That's bad business. What's most important?
We're a little jaded at this point. It's just like, man, I just need a truck. Like, it shouldn't be this hard.
It shouldn't. So what's most important to you? And I'll go out there and because I'm a very blunt individual and a very transparent individual. What is most important to you? Because I'm going to go out there and make sure it's exactly what you want before you drive.
So, again, like, the main thing for me is I get it. Last time I bought a truck was 2014. Bought a brand new truck then. Prices are different, but to me, $40,000 is still $40,000.
Absolutely.
And I want to feel like number one, we went and looked at several that come up north, and he's already sent me pictures of all this. So he's done a great job again.
Mm-hmm.
We get there, then the whole bottom of the truck's rusted out. You know, 2, we'll get there, there'll be dings, dents, scratches, which they're used, and I'm not too concerned about it. We've got there where the paint's popped out of the beds, and the hoods are misaligned where you can clearly see something's been hit. Just different odd ends things. I don't, so that's kind of why we're a little gun shy on that. And honestly, it's not an issue. I mean, I don't care to buy a salvage title truck, but I'm not going to pay $40,000 for a salvage title truck.
No, absolutely not.
Which I'm not saying this is, but that's kind of where we're at is with it. Is like I said, I priced some of the new ones. And I think they're right around 50. So for me, we're depending on what interest is, we're just going to buy it outright cash, or we can go get a loan, whichever one. So that's kind of where we're at with things. Is like, I'm buying this too. That's the other kind of caveat. I also have an electrical business, so I'm going to be using this for personal and work. So I need something dependable, something I'm not going to have to work on. No, I don't need other problems because I got, plenty of problems I got to solve for other people.
Absolutely. Well, let me do this then, because I guarantee you I will not waste your time. I'm a very blunt individual. My time's very valuable. Your time's valuable, especially being a business owner. And let me do this. I'm going to literally drive down there, give me 15 minutes. I'll call you back while I'm walking around the car, and I'll make sure, and I'll point out every single flaw in the vehicle, and, hopefully we can get you to come by. But, I will be 100% transparent with you. I promise you that. How does that sound?
And yeah, that's cool. But like I said, today I'm just, my wife, that's the other part of this. I'm not trading anything in. So it ends up taking 2 people for me to get. I don't want to make multiple trips. I mentioned that the case. Like, I want to go up there. If the truck's what it is, I'm buying it. We're heading back home. So she's going to end up having to work. I know y'all close at 7.
Close at 8.
She's going to end up having to work like till 5:30 or so.
Okay.
And trying to make all this work, and then we're getting up at 8 o'clock in the morning heading to Charlotte is just, it's a task. So we're not going to be able to make it today. It's just too much going on. And unfortunately, I know he said y'all are trying to close deals out, by the end of the month, which I totally understand. I did all that. The best I can do is I can be there next week. If your truck's sold, it is what it is. It's unfortunate, but like I said, as you know, doing my own business, I'm trying to get several things tied up today myself. Before I leave for about 3 or 4 days. So,
what time is it there right now, where you are?
Well, I mean, I'm only in Bardstown. I work in Bardstown.
Oh, so you're close.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I guess relative. It's 30, 40 minutes.
Yes.
But I live in E-Town, so I have to go leave Bardstown, drive 30 minutes, get my wife, turn around, drive an hour. So it's that ends up becoming an hour and a half adventure. From there to here. So, yeah, if we lived in Bardstown, to your point, it wouldn't be bad at all. But like I said, definitely interested in the truck. I got too many moving parts to make it today, especially with her having to work till about 5. Originally, we thought she's going to be able to get off around 3 o'clock, but it's just not going to happen.
Y'all got any kids?
Yeah, I got a 21-year-old and a 16-year-old, yeah.
Okay, so they're grown. Okay.
Well, yeah.
Well, this is what I'm still going to do, is I'm still going to go down there, give me 15 minutes, I'll call you back, I'll literally walk around the car, because you'll know when you come back if this is going to be on the list or not. How does that sound?
On the list as far as me being interested?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. No, that's cool. And that's one other, to be honest with you, it's something else I kind of mentioned to him is, I know I can't remember which I had a listed as, and I was just kind of asking him, hey, what's the bottom dollar on the truck? Because if I like the truck, I don't want to go up there and haggle. I just want to know what you got to have for the truck, what you want for the truck, and then because like I said, we're probably, if interest rates aren't what they're a little high, we're just going to buy it outright.
Yes, sir.
It's not a situation where if I want the truck, I'm going to get it. I guess is what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
So that's kind of what I said as we've been looking around forever. We don't really get into kicking the bushes around and haggling over this. Like, hey man, what do you want for it? So it's like, I'd rather just be upfront and honest, and that way also I don't drive all the way up there. And it's like, well, we can't really do that because we've ran into that too, where somebody said, there's plenty of wiggle room. And we get there, and they're like, "Oh no, my manager told me this is the price." I'm like, "Well, dude, you told me there's wiggle room."
Well,
You know.
let me ask you this. If I could go over there, make sure there's nothing wrong where it's literally the truck that you want. I know you said earlier in the conversation it's exactly what you want. If I can walk around it, make sure it's exactly what you want. If I did something special for you today, because obviously Casey mentioned that it's the end of the month, if I were to help you out on the price as well, where we could literally get your driver's license, get your insurance, agree on a number, could you come and literally spend max 45 minutes, come here, leave literally within 45 minutes and buy the truck today?
I don't. Again, I don't know if it's today. My wife's off tomorrow, so potentially the best I could do is tomorrow.
Okay.
Early, maybe we could set our trip back and leave a little later. But today, I don't think it. I just don't think it'd be too many moving parts. It's just too many moving parts trying to get all this stuff buttoned up and get up there today.
What time are y'all leaving tomorrow?
So I'm gonna head into work for a little while.
Okay.
So I don't really know. I don't have a good. It's kind of we're just filling it out as it comes. I'm hoping that I can head back home around noon or 1. But again, if it's just a deal we can't pass up, then it is what it is, and we'll make it work somehow or another.
Okay. Well, how about this?
That's just kind of where we are with it. Not being. I don't want you to think I'm being rude or anything. It's just we've been around this.
Doing it for months. I know. We're out.
Yeah, I've been doing it for months. I'm just like, all right, man, this is where I'm at. You know what I'm saying?
Well, how about this? Give me 15 minutes. I'm personally going to hold your hand during the process, make sure it's done properly and efficiently. Give me 15 minutes. I'll call you right back, and I'll put together a game plan, and hopefully we can get it done tomorrow. And I even got an idea that's cooking in my head. I just got to make sure it'll work out. When I call you back with all of the answers, we'll put a game plan together. Sound good?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Thank you, buddy.